Today we're gonna be unboxing a live fish mystery box that I got off the web for none other than the Backyard Saltwater Mini Pond. It's been a while since we've seen this pond. We set it up a couple weeks ago. It's looking great, it's doing great, it's super clean and fantastic. We actually just recently caught some really baby small needlefish and added them to this pond, and they are thriving in here. They're swimming around like crazy. We're gonna actually be trying to feed them in this video, so it's gonna be awesome. But the Backyard Saltwater Mini Pond is doing fantastic. I'm literally mid water change right now when this package showed up. So because of that, we are gonna unbox and add the fish like this, and then I'm gonna finish the water change. Because if I do the water change now and I add some salt, it is going to get all stirred up. So we don't want that to happen. But the pond looks good. It is as clear as ever. It's looking fantastic. And as you can see, our very skittish little baby needlefish is right there in the corner. We're gonna try to feed him right now before we add our fish in. I am excited, I am pumped. We're finally adding some new fish to the saltwater mini pond. It's been so long since we added fish to this, and we are finally doing it. So we caught some needlefish for it. Now it's time to add fish. And I am specifically trying to add the most amount of color to this pond as possible. Maximum color for maximum coolness. I do apologize for taking the entire week off last week and not posting, but I didn't really take the week off. I was so busy preparing, redesigning our entire website for our new launch that we just dropped. It's available now. We got a ton of orders when we did drop it, so I had to pack every order. Me and Jack pack every single order. We write handwritten notes for every single order, so it takes some time. We want to make sure we do it right and you guys get a special experience. So you get a handwritten note from us, and it just took a long time because we just got a ton of orders, so I had to lock in with that. The customers are the #1 priority, so I had to do it for you guys. If you guys do want to get 10% off, don't tell anybody. This is just for my channel. If you guys do want to get 10% off any of the stuff, including the new drop, all the new stuff, you can use code FishGuyChris to get 10% off on the website. But now it's finally time. I did order some fish last week and they have finally arrived. Mid-water change given, but still, I'll take it. So our boy here has eaten, but it takes him a little bit and he's super skittish still. So he's still learning to how to feed. So we are gonna be dropping in this little mysis, super tiny stuff. He can only get the small stuff. So we're gonna see if he even wants some. Let's see if the other needlefish wanna come out as well. Who knows? This guy is super finicky and really hard to feed. So let's just toss a couple pieces in. All right, and he did not move at all. So hopefully, maybe mid-video, he'll take a peek at that food. But right now, I don't think he's interested. I think he's a little scared of me still. Guys, I'm not kidding. I just saw our little homie here eat brine shrimp. I just witnessed it. And as soon as I come out, he stopped. But I literally peeked over the edge and I saw him eating some brine shrimp. Oh, did he just eat? I think he just ate. I think he just ate. You guys can barely see it on the camera. He's so far. Oh, I do see a little piece of shrimp in his mouth. He ate. You guys cannot see it because this lens is really wide and I'm trying to zoom in, but, oh, he just ate again. He just ate again. That was a little bit too big for him. Oh my God, he's eating. Our little homie, the little baby needlefish, is eating like a champ. Good sign, baby. Let's go. We need a specific name for this little guy right here. This little tiny, that's the smallest one that we got out of the 3. He needs micro needle. How about micro needle, okay? Micro needle is his name. Let's go. He's an eater. Now that we got Mr. Needle eating, finally, I'm so happy. It is time to get our fish in. We got our buckets ready to go right here. Now the main goal of this box was to get some swimmers, some color, and some action in the pond. So we need lots of fish. I think I already unboxed everything and put them in each individual buckets. We got about 10 fish to put in the pond, which is gonna give it some a good feel for it. Remember, we start small, we move big, and we gotta get some color and some swimmers in this pond. We have nothing in here except the baby needlefish, a horseshoe crab, and some other small things. We need some fish. Now for fish #1 and what the theme is to get some schooling fish in here, we got a nice school of little blue damsels. This is gonna be a theme throughout the video. We got bright blue little damsels in here. Once again, like I said, we need some action in this pond. We have no real big star fish. So the first thing we do is we start with our schools of fish. That's the way I always like to add fish. So we are starting with these bright blue, royal blue damsels here that are absolutely awesome. I love these guys because they brighten up the pond so much. They're literally, they're almost purple. They're so blue that they're purple. Little indigo in there with a nice little yellow tail. I love these guys because they are super hardy. They're great eaters and they have great color. What's not to love about these guys? They're absolutely awesome. I highly recommend getting some of these guys for your tank because they are a ton of fun. They eat like champs. They have great color and they swim around, give that nice, really alive feel to the pond. So these guys are really cool. So let's get them in and see how they look as the first real colorful fish going in the Backyard Saltwater Mini Pond. All right, boys, let's do it. Let's try to get all 3 at once in my hand. They are so brightly colored. There's one that's a little bit more dull than the other ones, but the other 2 are literally purple. All right, guys, here we go. So that one on the bottom is a little bit more powderish blue, and the other 2 are literally royal blue purple. They're gonna look so good in this pond. Look at this right here. Absolutely gorgeous little dudes right there. Let's go. our first little fish in the pond. Of course, they're gonna go right to the rocks and stay there because that's what fish do. But they look fantastic in here. They are automatically gonna brighten it up. Just think of like a blue tang. A blue tang. This is a miniature version of a blue tang, minus the finickiness and all that they bring. These guys are awesome for ponds. They're bright blue. What's not to love about these dudes? And they've already found some nice little caves in the home. Oh yeah, we do have Sergeant Major in here too. There's our little Sergeant Major, our Sergeant Major damsel, and our blue royal damsel right there, and their needlefish right there with a big old shrimp in his mouth. Absolutely fantastic. So we have some swimmers in the pond, which is fantastic. And we also have spider horseshoe crab. Fish number 2, we're sticking with the theme. We are going with more damsels. The reason why I'm pumped about these guys is because like I said earlier, we need some schools of fish. So these guys are less bright, but they're really cool because they're white and black with stripes. So that's why I like them. If it's just like a regular black damsel or one of those really dull, dark brown damsels, I don't like them. Even the Sergeant Majors, these guys have better colors than the Sergeant Majors. So the goal of this box was to get as many little fish as possible, start slow, but get a nice school of fish for the pond. So we got our white and black striped damsels here that are gonna do great and go alongside with our other damsels. So now we'll have a total of 6 little schooling damsels plus the Sergeant Major. We got 7, and it's gonna be absolutely awesome to finally get these guys feeding, get them swimming around the pond, and finally get some action in here. It's been an entire couple weeks of really not much going on in the pond, and now we're finally adding our first couple fish. It feels real good. Let's get these guys in, baby. Our second school of fish going in the pond. Here we go. They're gonna really enjoy it in here. Enjoy, boys. Free food for life. Ready? Get out of there. Go, swim out of my hand. Of course, this one likes to stay in there. Let's go. We got the other 2 swimming off, and there he goes. The other one kicked off right into the rocks with the other damsels. And there is our second little school of damsels here. It's perfect. We need some little fish to swim around, brighten up this pond, and get some action going in here. And once I actually do the water change and finish it and fill it back up, I'm sure it's gonna look a lot better. But for right now, these guys are looking really cool. Now, the reason I'm pumped and excited about even adding these little schools of damsels, first of all, don't hate on damsels. They're cool, they're hardy, they eat like champs, they're cool fish. The reason why I am so hyped is because we are finally starting back with this pond, getting some fish for it. You guys know how I like to add fish. I always start with the small schooling fish, and that's what we're doing today. We're getting some schools going for the pond. That way we can add our cooler fish, our bigger angelfish, our bigger tangs, some clownfish. That way we can go with that route. So right now, of course, I'm pumped because we're starting with our schoolers. I love it. Moving on to our third next set of schooling fish. These guys are really cool. These guys are called blue velvet damsels, and they are really cool. I rarely see them in the stores. I know they're not super rare fish, but I don't see them often in the store. They are really cool because they're jet black, but they have these electric blue lines all over their bodies and a little bit of yellow in there as well. They are really cool. They brighten up really well once they're comfortable. There's one in here that's a little bit more stressed than the other, so he's a little bit more darker. He looks almost like a black damsel, but the other 2 have some great, fantastic color. And the cool thing about these guys is that they continuously change colors. I watched this guy literally have a yellow stripe 2 seconds ago, and now it's bright white. So really, really cool fish. Very interesting damsel that I don't usually see often in the store. But like I said, adding some schooling fish in the pond. This is our last set of schooling fish before the grand finale, which is coming up soon, which is a really brightly colored fish. These guys are gonna do great with the other set of damsels in here. So honestly, A+ for these guys. They are really cool. Look at how cool these guys are. The patterns on these dudes are cool. One's yellow, one's really blue, and one's super dark. So we have all 3 different kinds, very unique, and they're gonna go great here with our other damsels. Look at that, fantastic. That one's super blue. That one's so electric blue, it's awesome. This guy's just chilling in my hand just like the other ones. Go off, buddy, go on. There you go. Let's go. Look at them all. These guys are much more out and about than the other ones. They stayed right here and are ready to go. The other damsels are kind of hiding in there and under there, but these guys right in the middle, claiming their territory as right in the middle of the pond. I absolutely love it. We got our other damsels swimming around in the back, our needlefish over there, and we are finally getting some action in the saltwater pond. I'm pumped about it. And now we have our brightest colored fish going in the pond now, which is really cool. Now on to the next bucket. Our brightest colored fish is a nice banana wrasse. This guy is neon yellow, super cool, and electric yellow. It really helped brighten up this pond. We got our 3 schools of damsels. We got our black and white ones, we got our all blue ones, and then we have our black black and blue ones, our electric blue ones. We can now start adding, now that we got our school in there, we can now start adding some staple fish to the pond. And this little banana wrasse is gonna be a staple. He is so brightly colored. These guys also very hardy and eat like champs. Any wrasse is gonna eat like a champ, especially these guys right here. So that's why those are the kind of fish that I love buying. Super bright, eat like champs, and are hardy. What is not to love about a banana wrasse? You gotta absolutely love it. The pond is coming along already. I mean, this is the first time we've ever added fish to it since the rebuild, and it's coming along great. We are A+ in this so far. So we got our school in here. We can now start adding some individual staple fish to the pond. This is the first one going in, and then let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see really swimming around in this pond. What is your fan favorite fish to see swimming around in here? That's what we're gonna try to do. The whole goal is having these mini ponds, growing the fish out, and hopefully when they get big enough, transferring them over to the giant reef ponds in the garage. That's always the goal when buying these fish. So let me know down in the comments a fish that you would want to see swimming around in the backyard mini pond. This guy is super finicky, super frisky. This guy's just super frisky. I mean, look at the colors on that fish. Look at the colors. He's got neon green and pinkish colors on the cheeks there, and then he's just electric yellow. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, bear with me, brother. I'm about to get you in your brand new pond, and you're gonna love it. Here we go. Come on, buddy. Look at this guy. Absolutely sick. Get in there, buddy. Go ahead. Slide in. Let's go. We got ourselves the banana wrasse and our school of colorful damsels. We got black, white, blue, and electric yellow added to the pond. Our needlefish is eating all around 10 out of 10. The pond is coming along great. You guys, once again, gotta let me know down in the comments what you would want to see swimming around in here, because we're gonna get some cool stuff, whether it's invertebrates or fish. You let me know down in the comments. Keep dropping those ideas down in the comments below, because I want to make this pond the coolest thing you guys always want to come back to. We're going to put some lights on it. You guys can see it in the dark. You guys are going to be able to see it at nighttime when it's super bright and all these really colorful fish are swimming around. Once again, this is our first adding fish to the pond video, so we're just getting started. And now that we got our schooling fish in here swimming around, we can add some staples to the pond. So keep on dropping those suggestions down in the comments below. It is always fun adding fish to the pond, and this is my first time doing it since the rebuild. So now we have an awesome pond to add to, a beautiful tank room to add to, and some new ponds coming in the garage that we're gonna add to. So we have some fish to get, some fish to catch, tons of exciting things coming in the future. Let me know down in the comments what you wanna see next for the mini pond, and I will make it happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.